Hello. Welcome, gamers. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Okay, here's the Twitch. Here's the chat. Right there, there it is. We got the normal setup. We got the social distancing. Got the layout set up. Anyway, welcome to viewers. Welcome Slimolder, Freckleen, Hamp, Zully, Algernon, Hampflo, Deffins. That's everyone, right? That is everyone. Hope y'all are having a good Wednesday. It's another edition of fishing. It's the second fishing of the year. Can you believe it's already been a whole week since last time? Welcome, Yuko. And you know, we had this thing where we were setting up a watch, but then we ran out of watches. So now I don't even know. This fish from the first fish we caught this year is still here, thankfully. We're back here again listening to the Wooloop soundtrack. Classic soundtrack is great. I still got the Christmas stuff on here. Got top songs, we got other songs that I can't listen to because they're copyrighted. But you could listen to them if you wanted. Welcome Chosen Keeper as well. Let's see, this goes here. Anyway, what's going on? Not too much. Not too much is different from last week. Just out here living life, doing work, you know, as usual. Also, welcome Zully. Wait, I already welcomed. I can't believe. Can't believe I welcomed you twice. Is the music kind of loud? It feels kind of loud to me. Maybe it's fine. Could lower it a little bit. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's louder than usual. Yeah, I thought it was just me. Apparently it is actually louder than usual. How about this? This seems good. No, it could be a little bit louder. That seems fine, perhaps. It's weird because I never change these settings. I don't know how it could be louder. Maybe it's this specific song. It could always be a possibility. I also feel like it's louder in my right ear. But I feel like I might just be imagining it. I think I am imagining it. Life do be going though. Just, you know, just doing stuff at work. Programming. Submitted a bug report to a library that we use. They fixed the bug, I updated our code. And it's looking good. Looking pretty good. You know, like when, around the end of the year, when there's like code freezes because, not because it's cold, you know, but because there's, Christmas and New Year's, and people don't deploy then. And I had a change that I could have deployed, but you know, it was put on hold. And now that the New Year's here, we can resume picking up our code that we tried to deploy last time. So that's in progress. Yeah, cold freezes. Code freezes. It sure does. Your infrastructure codebase is due for a big refactor. That's how they get you. That's where all the bugs come from. It's when people try to refactor stuff And then everything breaks because there was some sort of code in there that people don't understand. They're like, I don't know why this is here. Surely I know why it's here. We could probably remove it. And then you remove it, and then everything breaks. It's a classic software thing. There's that. Whose emote is this? Digi? Shell? Is that those are some bugs? Is that an ant? Is that a red ant? I can't seem to hover over them to see the name. Because they are native emoji. DigiShell is potentially rateable for me from time to time. I don't know them, but maybe they're cool. Considering you, multiple people here, have that emote. What's that one? Clover. It's not red on my computer. What does it look like for you all? Because it looks very red to me. Is it because you have better Twitch TV? Does it change the, what these things look like? It's black, what? I'm using, like, the default Windows font. Oh. It could be a better Twitch TV thing. What does it look like here? No, it looks the same. I don't know. You don't have better Twitch TV? Do you have Franker Face? Do you have 7TV? No? Are you on Windows 11? Are there new emoji in Windows 11? Did they change their font? Actually, let's see. There's like a website, right? You can check what emoji look like on different websites, or on different different fonts. You are on Windows 11. Ant emoji. Depicted as a black or red ant. Now, where is it red? Oh, see, okay, Windows 11 uses different, a different set of emoji. This is the one you see, right? It looks like this. Wait, but this one is, hold on. Wait, it kinda looks like this one. Or this one. You got WhatsApp, you got Twitter, Facebook. Wait, but where's the one that I'm seeing? I don't even see the red one listed on here. This is a different one. What the heck? Is my computer messed up? Why is it like this? I've got my own custom emoji set. Okay, yours looks like that one. That one is... Wait. So I'm on Windows. And, Microsoft. Okay, this is Microsoft's. Oh, I'm on the 2016? Oh, okay, hold on. Windows, okay, I'm on the Windows 10 anniversary update. In Windows 11, they changed it to the purple one. Interesting. Welcome, Yurga. Yeah, I'm on the version from 2016. Weird, okay. And then Zully is using the Twitter. Kind of looks like the Twitter one. Welcome, Tengu, as well. The Twimoji, the Twitter emoji. Yeah, it looks the same as it. Anyway, I don't know. That's cool though. It should be. I need to keep my software current. I've updated, okay? I'm just not on Windows 11. I'm on the latest Windows 10, I think. Welcome, Choco. This is the joy from Twimoji. Yeah, Twitter emoji. Those are pretty good. Is this still maintained? I know they fired a bunch of people. Maybe some of those people were in charge of the emoji set. And then you won't see new emoji anymore on Twitter. I don't know. I simply do not know. But anyway, emoji. Did I hear about Twitch? What happened on Twitch? Did they fire a bunch of their employees? Wasn't there's like another big layoff recently, right? I forget where. It was in the news. 500? Holy friend. Wait. Why would they do that? Who is being fired though? Was this recent? Was it like today? I feel like I would have heard about it. Interesting that I'm hearing about the Twitch layoffs on Twitch. Yesterday? Okay, I gotta read the news. You know, normally later on in the stream we read the news. But now that there's something relevant to me as a streamer, I might actually pull up the news right now. After I finish catching this fish. Probably project managers and middle management. No, what if they fired the people that are in charge of approving partner applications? What if they did that? What if they replaced them with robots? Okay, we're gonna read the news, okay? It's time for Twitch news. News time. Didn't they have like a recent thing that happened? No, they didn't. Did they lay off a bunch of people recently? I mean, besides like yesterday? No, it was the CEO. The CEO stepped down and was replaced. Welcome, Cure Wonderful. Amazon layoffs. Oh wait, it's Amazon in general, or is it just Twitch? Hold on, let me read. Because all the news specifically mentions Amazon's Twitch. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense because Amazon owns Twitch. But maybe because it's in the news because people don't know what Twitch is. They're just like, oh, it's Amazon's thing. Yeah, normies are just like, Twitch, what is that? I don't know what that is. Twitch is cutting 1/3 of its staff. 35%? Holy frick. It's planning layoffs on Tuesday. Cuts are happening. 500 people. Yeah, in March 2023, Twitch cut 400 roles. So yeah, this is what I was thinking of. They did lay off a bunch of people last year. I remember that. Twitch cut 400 roles last year. And that's when the CEO left. And was replaced this year. Or last year. And then it closed in Korea. Man, Twitch is not doing well. Oh, Korea thing. Twitch paid out some money. Layoffs. Other places in Amazon were laid off as well. The Korea thing was separate. Yeah, but like, I'm sure it's all related to saving money. A lot of tech has people laid off. Do normies not know about Twitch? I feel like the general audience probably would not know Twitch. Unless they're like really into games. Because like if you ask them about live stream, I feel like a lot of people don't know about live streaming in general. Also, welcome Modern. Welcome Nutritious as well. Yeah, it's messed up. But who specifically is being laid off? And why is this article not from Twitch itself? Where's the Twitch blog? Twitch blog. They better be talking about. Okay, here it is. Difficult update about our workforce. Thank you, Stream Elements. Yeah. the wording is always like, we're going to reduce the size of our workforce. Focus on communicating. It's a copy of letters. A bunch of people get laid off. Last year we paid out $1 billion to streamers. If your role is affected by this decision and you live in the US, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, or Singapore. Okay, I feel like they did this the same way as like layoffs in my other companies I've worked at. Is that they start off by saying like, they send you like an email that's like, okay, in a few minutes we're gonna send out an email to everyone. You get one of two emails. If you get this email from this person, you're staying on board. If you get this other email, it means your role is affected. And those few minutes between the emails is like the scariest thing. That's when I got laid off. I got laid off and then I got the email and I was like, oh frick, I got the other one. CEO's going on Twitch, streaming. I'm gonna assume he'll have emote only chat enabled. You'll retain access to Slack and your email until 1 p.m. Pacific time. If your role is not affected, whatever. It is interesting that they included the actual email they sent to employees, though. Because I guess it makes sense. If they don't include it, someone's gonna leak it anyway. So it might as well be posted from the company. Anopog is a bit cursed. All of his emails, or it's not emails, all of his emotes are a bit cursed. That's why no one really uses them. Also, did I welcome Escapade? I don't think I did. Welcome Escapade. Anyway, it's interesting though. News. Why is this one just purple? Oh, this is just the general. I thought this was like an article that had no content. It is just the archive. Seems relatively sane. The emote or the posting the letter that was sent to employees. Anyway, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't affect me. As a streamer, it's not going to affect me, because they're going to continue paying streamers. I wonder if they'll do, like, I don't know. They announced, like, the revenue was better for some partners. I wonder if they're going to cut back on that. Wonder if they'll work on that peer-to-peer tech to reduce server costs. I guess it depends who they laid off. Also, it feels like I'm like higher up than usual. Is this normal? Am I like... am I taller? This seems normal. Welcome to Simon. Hold on, I'm gonna recenter myself. No, it's... maybe I'm just imagining it. I feel like I have to reach like farther down to grab the fishing rod. It's the 2024 content. Yeah, peer-to-peer, how would that even work? I guess like didn't like the Korean streaming website do something like that? The one that people use in Korea besides Twitch. Don't they have like a peer-to-peer thing? isn't most of Nintendo's online gameplay also peer-to-peer? That's why Splatoon lobbies are always bad. That's why the Mario Kart lobbies always disconnect you. They got it working. But do they have as much traffic as Twitch? Like, how would that even work? How would peer-to-peer even work? For streaming. I don't know. They have all the traffic. Yeah, Nintendo always does online weirdly. It's always like really cumbersome to use Nintendo Switch Online. It always connects and it takes forever to connect. It's like, are you sure you want to connect? Are you really sure you want to connect? Okay, you're connected, but your friends also have to connect to you. Welcome, Michael. You're just forward to your neighbors. But like, what if there's a lot of people watching? And wouldn't your stream quality depend on like the other people's stream quality? Who plays Nintendo games on piers? That sounds dangerous. What if you drop the Switch into the ocean? No, I think it's safe. Piers, you just have to be like far away enough. I'm sure there's many people that do it. What if they said if you do peer-to-peer, you don't have to do ads? Would they want that though? Why? Like, what benefit would it have to Twitch if they didn't put ads? I mean, like, they wouldn't be paying the server costs for the videos, but like, they're not gaining anything from it. I don't think they would do that. Welcome, Snacko. It's so stupid. Like, how is it that everyone else can do online, but Nintendo can't wrap their heads around it? We just don't know. What if they add a rollback in netcode to Mario Kart? When they had the update that they're cutting Korea, they experimented with peer-to-peer model, and we adjusted source quality. They tried, but how hard did they try? Did they try enough to really matter? They're out there doing things. They could just be saying it. What if they didn't really try anything? What if they added rollback code to Animal Crossing? They could. They should. Twitch Korea wasn't small. I think, yeah, when I like... Sometimes I just browse Twitch recommended, and it'll show me VTubers. There's like a decent amount of Korean Twitch VTubers. Of course, I don't watch them because I don't understand the language, but I did see them recommended. Would I play an Animal Crossing fighting game? I would not, because I do not know fighting games. And I'm not sure if I would enjoy it either. But you could. Got a few Korean League streamers recommended. Actually, I feel like, yeah, Northern Lion... A few of Northern Lion's games that he played were because... So, Northern Lion's wife is Korean. And she watches a lot of, like, Twitch streams from Korean streamers. And a lot of the games that Northern Lion picked up that were kind of new were because his wife saw another Korean streamer play it. And so, like, what if we're missing out on that content? What if he doesn't pick up, like, the next quirky new game because no one... he didn't see anyone play it? Think about all the content we're missing out on. But yeah, they're out there. And now they're all on a different website. And it sucks. What if you ever think that what if Twitch actually does just shut down one day? Think about how messed up that would be. All the streamers you watch on Twitch would have to move to YouTube or whatever. From what I saw, when Korean streamers aren't playing League, they're playing some weird indie game. Yeah, that's the impression I get. They do, from what I've seen, they do tend to check out. Like the game choices they have are a bit different from the ones we play over here. Man, it would suck if everyone moved over to YouTube though. We wouldn't have emotes that we can use from different channels. Also, welcome Nabu. Thank you for the raid. Let me shout you out. Is this really Nabunan, or is this someone else streaming on Nabunan's account? You never know. It might not actually be him. Welcome Silverin, welcome Nighttime Crochet, welcome Nabu. Welcome. It's not even Nabunan. I can't believe this. This guy's out there sharing his account with other streamers. It's messed up. Sus. Well, whoever it was, I hope you had a good time playing Link's Awakening. I played that game a long time ago, the original one, on the Game Boy Color. Nabu would not write ... What would he write? He would have more exclamation marks, wouldn't he? I feel like he's the kind of person who would put a lot of exclamation marks. Maybe like an emote in there. Yeah, like that. Gotta learn. Hamflo, he's already here. Anyway, we're talking about the Twitch layoffs. Did you all see that Twitch is laying off 500 employees? And then we're talking about Twitch Korea. And then we're like, what if Twitch shuts down one day? Then we would all have to move over to YouTube. Yeah, what the? It's messed up. And, yeah, then we wouldn't really have good raids, you know? We wouldn't have the emotes we all have. We wouldn't be able to... There aren't even animated emotes on YouTube. Or Kick. Do people actually use Kick? I always see them reply in, like, the... when they post on Twitch... Or, sorry, when they post on Twitter... It's always like in a reply to a Twitch tweet. And it's always like, hey, just check out Kick instead, huh? But who's actually doing that? Who's actually going over there? Yeah, you couldn't even spin. I wonder if they reply to the Twitch layoff tweets. I could imagine whoever's the social media manager of Kick replying to like that one and be like, haha, no, check out Kick instead, Twitch is dying, oh no. It is a bit weird. Have you all ever been on Kick? I remember I clicked a link just to check it out when it was first being mentioned, and the layout looks exactly like Twitch. Like, they actually literally just copied... I feel like they just copied the design straight up and they changed the colors. Like, everything's in the same place, the sidebar looks all the same. Except there's more gambling on the website. Yeah, the screenshot, it looks the same. How did they get away with this? But then I checked, they don't have like a tagging system. So like, if you wanted to look for just VTubers, you can't really. They have a VTuber category, but then like you would have to set your category to VTuber, and then you wouldn't know what game they're playing. That was the last time I checked. I don't know. I feel like Kick always would have this weird reputation of being like the place where people go to do like gambling streams or other questionably legal things. It's got no laws. What if you use your own bandwidth and do PeerTube? You have 1 minute latency. 1 minute latency would be too much. What if Nico Nico? Is that website still around? I don't hear anyone talk about Nico Nico anymore. Not even Japanese users. Like, you would imagine that VTubers would be popular on there, but I don't see that. One Kick streamer who won't be named got banned. I don't know who that is. It's like one of those Reddit offshoot sites people flee to when there's a big kerfuffle. Oh, like Lebby, the federated equivalent of Reddit. Also, welcome Bunzel. There's lots of random old streaming sites that kind of exist. Yeah, I know Picardo is still around, right? I think I was talking about this recently. How, like, there used to be so many different streaming websites. Justin.tv, which is now Twitch. But there was, like, Livestream.com. There was Ustream. Picardo was there. There were, like, a few others. But now you think of it, it's mostly, like, Twitch, YouTube, and all the other ones are pretty small. Wait, is Ustream still around? I haven't heard anything about Ustream in like forever. Wolf TV. K-Bin? Who's K-Bin? Hard part is to not make a streaming site, but to achieve good latency. I think another like annoying part about if everyone switched to YouTube, the stream delay is actually quite a bit longer than it is on Twitch. Like the streamer will say something and then you'll have to wait a little bit longer for them to actually see it. A lot of those are still around. How can Twitch be losing money but also these small streaming sites can exist? Well, it's like, I don't know. Because maybe they're paying their employees a lot. Maybe they're spending a lot on like other stuff that's not actually needed. It was a streamer who did content of being an extremely disruptive foreigner in public in Japan, but was arrested multiple times. Oh, I see. I feel like I've probably seen a video about that guy. I didn't realize he streamed on Kick. I guess that makes sense. Lots of options for large group anime piracy watch-alongs on Discord. I do see a lot of VTubers do that. They're just like, hey, we're gonna be watching this thing on the Discord, check it out. And it's just like an illegal viewing of a, of a paid-for product. That's fine. Ustream is where the famous meme stream of Fred Durst showing his Rei Ayanami figure happened. I don't know Fred... the name Fred Durst sounds familiar, but I don't actually know who he is. K-Bin... Oh, K-Bin is like a Reddit alternative. Imagine if Hololive just makes their own site to co-stream. Didn't they say they were gonna do something like that? Or no, I think it was like an alternative to Twitter, right? When Twitter was first starting to die, I think, didn't they say that Hololive was gonna make their own like social media sort of thing that people could follow their talents on? Picardo is German? I didn't know that. Small sites have much lower requirements and many are peer-to-peer internally. Twitch has like 0 delay. Yeah, like the latency on Twitch is like surprisingly... I think it's like the best of all the streaming sites I've tried. Every time you're using YouTube, you can kind of feel the delay. Even if you set it to like low latency. Ultra low latency. Does Twitch pay me $15,000 per stream? No, it pays well below minimum wage. Fred Durst is the dude from Limp Bizkit. He now directs kids movies. I see. He's one of those guys. Genshin has one. Genshin has what? A social media website? A streaming website? Amazon money? I think Twitch is pretty cool. And I'm not just saying that because I'm attempting to get Twitch partner. But hey, hypothetically, if a person from Twitch was watching this stream, I'd love Twitch. Oh man, it would be so great if I could get a Twitch partner and then get emote slots, Wow, I couldn't imagine going to a different website. How is it possible to get even lower than ultra low? Super ultra low latency? Zero latency? What if Twitch, okay, if Twitch is losing money, what if it's because they spent so much money trying to get even lower latency? Negative latency. What if they were developing a thing where you could see what is going to happen without, like, even before it happens, you know? That could be what they're doing. We'll see. And it costs them too much. Let's see, latency on mobile Twitch used to be awful. It got better, but now it doesn't play nicely when trying to output to a TV from a phone. I do notice that when I use mobile Twitch, the latency is pretty bad. I don't know why that is. Is there a reason for that? Like, shouldn't they be using the same video stream? Are they just buffering internally too much? Let's see, Michael says, as a member of Wolfie's chat, I acknowledge his love for Twitch. He frequently talks about how much he loves Twitch and all of its features. He would love it even more. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't think Twitch is actually losing money. But, like, they're not making money though, right? They're not profitable. They had to lay off a bunch of people. Then what's the deal? Why would they do that? Sometimes YouTube latency is pretty good. I remember playing Mario Kart with some streamers, it was only 3 seconds behind. I don't know, I guess it depends. Sometimes it's good, but it always feels slower than Twitch. They're definitely not growing. Yeah, it's cause they refuse to. I don't know what they're doing. YouTube has a low latency. No, I was talking about that. The ultra low latency. The VOD rewind is a different thing. I think people disable that for, like, because, like, what if they say something they don't want people to rewind? But when I stream on YouTube, I disable the ability to go back in the VOD, because sometimes, like, if you're watching someone that has that enabled, someone could be, like, behind, and then they start commenting thinking that they're live, but they're not. And then you'll get someone that's, like, constantly, like, a minute behind. Because, like, there are times when I'll just, like, pause the video because I have to do something else. And then I come back to it, I unpause it, but then I don't realize that they had that enabled. And now my stream is, like, a minute behind. But yeah, it's a separate thing. I think they're still rich, they just aren't seeing a good return on work for the number of people they have working on the site. I see. I don't know. I guess, you know, I'm not in charge of a business, so I don't know why they're doing things the way they're doing. But I think that they should be making money. If it was me, I would be making money. I am in charge of a business. Not in the same way. What even would my business be? Wolfie Corp? The corporation of Wolfie? That's not really a business, though. That's just passive income being paid by another business. Employed by Wolf Industries. The Wolfie Fishing Corporation. The Wolfie Streaming Organization. The Wolfie Esports Team. I'm gonna make an esports team that specializes in Picross, okay? I don't know if such a thing exists. But if there isn't, I'm gonna be the first one. And then we'll be in all of the Picross tournaments, of which I'm sure there's many. And then we'll get officially signed by Nintendo, Jupiter, the developers of Picross. And it'll be good. But, I don't know. That's some news. Those are things happening. Yeah, ultra low latency doesn't support those things. But the other stuff is fine. I don't know. Also, YouTube's moderation tools are really bad. Like on Twitch, you can see a user's like chat history. You can see like when their account was registered, when they followed. But on YouTube, there's no such thing. If you didn't see the message while it was live, it might as well not have existed. Which is bad for moderators, because like, if someone says something weird in chat, you kind of want to be able to see like other stuff they've said in the chat in the past, right? Just to make sure, like, is this person like, you know, are they normally like this? Is this their first message? Whatever. But if you're a mod and you try to check that on YouTube, there's no such thing. You just have to guess. And you're like, was this an inside joke that I wasn't aware of? I don't know. Twitch is pretty good. Yeah, I think Twitch's moderation tools are pretty good. Like on YouTube, it feels like it was just an afterthought. I guess it kind of is, because like streaming, because like Twitch was based around streaming from the very beginning. But YouTube was like added on as its own separate thing. Having a history of everything a person said is an insane feature. It doesn't have to be everything they said. Like, I think Twitch only shows, like, up to a certain limit. Like, 900... It's like when you click on a user to see how many messages they sent, it shows, like, the past... Well, it just says 999 plus. But I'm sure at some point it'll stop. Maybe? I don't know. It's scroll through, but only when they're in the chat. No, that's not true. You can type /user to see their information. /user, and then you could just type their name, and then it'll pop up a thing that'll show you who's someone that's not here. /user Northernland. Right, you can just click their messages, and you can see all of their messages. You can use. Well, you're in the chat. He's asking about people that are not in the chat. But yeah, you just they don't have to be in the chat. You can still read their stuff. Also, you can use that to check when someone first registered for the website. Yeah, someone not in the chat. Who's out there? I don't know. Mod tools, pretty good. Welcome, Xtag. No, you're here. Can someone please volunteer for me to read all of their chat history? But somehow not be here? In which case, how would you even know? You can't. You simply can't know. No, you're here. Unfortunately, this will never work out. You are here. Everyone who is commenting, you are here. You know, it's fine. We don't need... We already know. I've demonstrated it. Volunteer chefs too? No, you can't... Well, because, like, what if I don't have their consent? What if they're like, I didn't consent to being... to having my chat history exposed to everyone in the chat? What if they said some weird stuff in offline chat? Actually, some streamers are active in their own offline chat. Do you ever like leave a streamer's chat open when they're not streaming? Sometimes people just chat in there. You're like, what are they talking about? Why are they even here? Offline chats are cool. It is kind of neat though. It's like a secret chat room. People don't expect there to be activity in there. And sometimes the streamers in there testing stuff. You know, they're testing like a redeem or like some kind of chat thing. And then you see the streamer in the chat and you're like, whoa, they're here. They're not even streaming. I remember one time I was testing something and I was like typing in Denchi's chat. And I raided Denchi to test. Oh, this was when I was testing my my raid tracker. So like every time I raid someone, it goes into this CSV file. And to test it, I had to I sent a raid to Denchi, who doesn't stream, just to check that it showed up in the CSV. Also, welcome, Good Cat. Chojax. Can you send a raid to someone not live? Yes. You sure can. I've seen it happen several times. That's a thing you can do. Oh, YouTube doesn't even really have raids in the same way. You can also send a raid to someone live and they go offline and it still goes through. Yeah. Could be like right before the raid gets sent. And then everyone's stuck in limbo. They're like, oh no, we're in here now. But no, the streamer's not even streaming. That sucks though. It's always sad when that happens. Because then everyone disperses and they're out doing their own thing. The raid settings do not allow you to raid. Yeah, you need at least, for my channel, you need at least 2 or more viewers. I have it set that way to avoid spam raids. To avoid people raiding when they're the only one. I don't know. It doesn't happen that often. They can't do that if they go offline right as the raid goes through. But if they go offline middle of the raid, it should tell you. Probably. Well, maybe they just haven't invested the money into it. Like, I'm sure there's some project manager at Twitch who's like, hey, maybe we should do this. But then they're like, oh, it's not really a high priority. And honestly, I don't blame them. It does seem like a thing that doesn't happen often enough to really warrant someone to work on this. Yeah, the stockholders. They're like, why are you spending time on this when you could be spending time on stuff that makes us money? Such as, I don't know. How can Twitch even make money nowadays? If they're laying off a bunch of people, what plans do they possibly have to improve year-over-year revenue? That's the hard thing. You gotta be creative. advertising deals. But it's also like if you if you're promoting like people getting subscriptions, that's like bad for advertisers though. I know, like I've worked at a place where like we had something that had like a subscription, or you could use it as a free user. And I think the thing was that free users actually make more money because like they're more valuable to advertisers. And so like I think the subscription service was just there because other people had it. And so that could be the case. Also, I think it's interesting that they did like start pushing September more. Right? Remember last year, 2023, they had September, but then they had another like discounted sub thing in December, which was like less than 3 months. Wonder why they did that. I don't know. Maybe an attempt to make more money. Also interesting that it's at the end of the year because, you know, that's when you put your quarterly earnings, right? Your yearly earnings. If people spend more in December, then it'll go into your 2023 earnings. They could drop Korea twice. Yeah, they could go back to Korea and then be like, actually, we're going to leave again. What the heck? Oh, not this again. It's glitched. It might not be able to fish today. Because of this weird bug that will never get fixed. How do I even grab this? How do I even grab this flying bait? Oh shoot, I've done it. Actually go through with their sponsorship middleman service? What is that? From what I understood, Twitch makes much more from subs than ads. But how do you know? We don't have this information. Or maybe you do. Maybe there's something I'm not aware of. September has annoying restrictions. It does. I don't know why they made it so that like gift subs only apply like in the last like 3 days of September or whatever. Didn't it used to be like it would apply the whole month? What are they doing? September was pretty smart. People always want to gift subs for New Year's and Christmas. And bought too many subs during sub December. I did not though. I don't know if I've ever actually gifted a sub. Now that I think about it, right? I'm like, have I ever done that? I don't know. I'm just not generous. How much do I make from subs versus ads? I feel like most of my viewers are subscribed. So it is a bit biased. It would make more sense for like a larger channel. I think there should be more cost reductions for subs. Like partner anniversaries, subathons, birthdays. I feel like anniversaries would make sense. But would that make people less likely? would that lose the money? Because people are gonna buy those subs anyway, right? So if they discount them, is the number of subs more? Will it be offset by the loss in profit? Anyway, I'm gonna hydrate. It is 6 p.m. Alright. I have successfully hydrated. I assume they probably already did the math if they didn't do it already. Maybe. I wonder what's going on at Twitch HQ right now. Is Twitch remote friendly? Actually, I think when I was applying to jobs after I got laid off, I did check out Twitch. And I think... Actually, I don't remember. I remember the positions I was looking to apply to. They had, there's like a lot of stuff that I wasn't familiar with. Video streaming stuff. You have to have implemented some sort of decoder or encoder or whatever. Video codecs. And I'm like, I don't know anything about that. So I didn't apply. Did they have a hiring freeze? I don't know. Well, I mean, when I looked it up, the job position was still on the website. So, at least at that time, it was still up. But I don't remember if it was hybrid or in office. I think I'm not going to catch any more fish today. Unless I, like, exit and reopen the game. This bait is extremely bugged. Which is kind of messed up. Welcome, red flags. See, maybe I'm just more modern than most employers, but I think it's weird how late work from home got more acceptable. I feel like if it wasn't for the pandemic, most places... I mean, I don't know why I said I feel like. That's definitely the case. If it weren't for the pandemic, I think most companies would still just be in office now. That's like the one good thing that came from the pandemic. I guess the second good thing about the pandemic is that it normalized wearing masks. Right? Like before the pandemic, if you saw someone wearing a mask, you'd be like, what the frick? There's like something seriously wrong with them. Unless you're in Asia, where it's normal. But, you know, at least in the US, it's like, what is wrong with this person? They're really sick. I should stay away from them. And now it's like, you know, it's kind of normal. In my city, a lot of employers are moving employees back to the office. Not mine, though. That's good for you. My company, I think, is not doing that either. And even if they were, I'm listed as a remote employee. So, it's not my problem. I feel like when I go to the office, I am less productive, though. Because there's like a lot of time when you're like talking to people. You're not actually working. I feel like when I go into the office is when we have like a lot of meetings. I think people should work where they're most comfortable working. Yeah, but like I think the argument is like, well, what if people are more comfortable working somewhere where there's more people? More people are around. Then what? Then what? I don't know. I like working at home. Like, you know, you have to like commute every day. That takes a bunch of time. You get to the office and then there's like, spend some time setting up. And then like someone will just tap you on the shoulder like, hey, about that other ticket from the other day. And then you get distracted. And then like you go get water and then there's someone talking to you. That's just how it is. You should work in the library or a cafe. No, I think it's like people that are working on the same thing you were working on. Commute would be absolutely soul-crushing. Yeah, commutes are bad. I love being at home. And then also it's easier to leave streams on in the background, right? When you're at home, You would just leave on a Twitch stream. If you're in the office and you do it, then people will be like, oh, who's that? What are you watching? The heck is that, a VTuber? Oh, this guy watches VTubers. That's cringe. See, I already know if I were to do an in-person for me, I would live 10 minutes away. Yeah, I feel like if I live within 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes of an office, I wouldn't mind going in. But the issue for me is that it takes like an hour. Which is way too long. Yeah, same as Michael. 1 hour is too much. And then sometimes there's like delays. Right? I remember when I worked in the office, although my commute was like 45 minutes to an hour, every once in a while there would always be like a train delay or whatever, and it would take like an hour and a half or sometimes 2 hours. And also, when you get home, you're so tired, you can't really do anything else. The commute is really, takes up so much time and effort. Welcome, Metal Deer. Snowy everywhere, man. Yeah, and it's cold, and you gotta like get dressed. And then when you're in the office, you either like bring your own lunch or like you go out all the time. Although I did actually enjoy that. If there is one thing I do enjoy about the office, it's like the food. You could get food. Because like the food near where my offices were, it's a lot better than the food around my home. That's like one of the few things. Even a 30-minute commute is kind of awful. An hour a day of just driving or whatever. Yeah. I remember I talked about how like there was one person at one of the places I worked at who lived. Okay, so like I'm in New York, and I think he lived in like Connecticut or something, and he would commute 2 hours one way to the office. And I'm just like, how do you do that every day? Like 4 hours of your day, every day, is spent just like on the train. And he was just like, yeah, I don't know, I just do work on the train. Could be productive. But like, that's so long. Like, you get home and it's like 7 or 8 p.m. And then you gotta be like so tired. What's the point? Food is actually soul crushing too. You don't enjoy going out for food. Sometimes it's nice talking to people too when in the office. I think in the office it can get excessive and people talk so much you don't get anything done. Yeah, that definitely happens. You're just in the office and then you always get interrupted. You're like, you need some focus time to actually get work done. And people are always like, oh yeah, about this ticket. About this, what about this thing? I don't know. I think also some people like to be friends with their coworkers. Right? You ever have that? People socialize with their coworkers. They go drinking with them after work. They're out there doing stuff and they're hanging out. But me, I have a good work-life separation. I don't talk to any of my coworkers outside of work. But I imagine people that do enjoy that probably would enjoy being in an office. Let's see, I haven't been in an office environment in over 10 years. I don't miss tickets and workplace politics, but I do kind of miss people. I mean, it is kind of nice to socialize sometimes in the office. But like, I don't know. It doesn't feel worth the trade-offs. There are teams that would probably benefit from doing the about that ticket talk. Yeah, but like, I feel like that's probably more for like, I don't know, marketing or managers. As someone who's just working on like programming, I guess no. I guess it depends what your ticket is. Like most of it could be just done over Zoom. So I get people want to do that, but I've made it pretty clear to my boss. I got a job to work, not to make friends. Exactly. I have no interest in socializing with coworkers outside of work. Have you ever seen a coworker like outside of the office? Just like you're just like going about your day, you're like doing stuff, and then you're like, wait a second, that's my coworker. It's kind of weird. So I'm not used to seeing them outside of the context of work. Yeah, it happens. Let's see, it's rare I can get along super duper well with a coworker enough to be friends with outside of work hours, but I feel a 1% chance is better than 0. But one of my old bosses was a weeb, and she was cool. After we both quit, she moved to Japan and worked for Kotobukiya. That's cool. Yeah, there was one coworker at my previous company, or my previous company. I did enjoy socializing with him. Always go out to lunch together. We would always talk about work. Talk about other people. Talk about office politics. Talk about how, like, the new manager was not doing well or whatever. Those were times. Teams that are in dire need of refactoring their code base. There's some degree of politics involved with code refactoring. You could just do that over Zoom. Or GitHub. It doesn't have to be in person. Welcome, Kari Punko. But yeah, my coworkers at the place I worked at for 7 years, a lot of them would hang out like in the bar after work. It'd be like, also thank you for the 21 month, that's a long time. It'd be like 4 p.m. and they'd be like, okay guys, you want to go to the bar? And then like, they would all just go to the bar and just drink. And me as someone who doesn't drink, I never joined, I had no interest. But they did that a lot, they're like always out there drinking. Sometimes, there's been some times when I would like hang out with people that I know online, and then like one time I saw one of my coworkers like I forget where it was, maybe like a train station. It was like, oh hey, how are you doing? Whoa, what are you doing over here? It just had to be like, I don't really want to talk to him right now. Let's see, once I heard Japanese companies do a dozen pre-meetings before the actual meetings. You now understand the benefits of it. That's too many meetings, though. A meeting before the meeting to talk about what you're going to talk about in the meeting. Western companies is chatting on work topics with random coworkers, bringing them on your side in the technical thing. I don't know. It depends what the meetings are. Like, we definitely had times when, like, if our company, like, the people in our company, if we were having, like, an external call with people from another company, sometimes we would meet up together and say, like, what are we going to talk about? What are some discussion topics we should bring up? But that's, like, across team/company boundaries. Like, sometimes that makes sense. Had coworkers like that, but we also started the day at 4:30 and not 9. 4:30 a.m. or p.m. Guess it depends what the job is. Or they would just drink like, late at night. Ultimate nice thing about working not in a workplace environment is never having to look busy. That is true. I feel like even when I was physically in an office, I never really, like, tried to look busy. Because, like, a lot of people are just... Actually, I feel like when you're in the office, and you message someone on Slack, it's more likely than not that they're not actually at their desk. Right? They're either like talking with someone at the water cooler or like in the kitchen or like, I don't know. I feel like when you're on Slack, I feel like people tend to be more online. They're like more available. Because, you know, they're at home. They got everything within arm's reach. See, honestly, I'm very happy I have on average at most 1 meeting a day, 2 meetings on Fridays. Yeah, if there's one thing I like about my current company, or at least the team that I'm working on, is that we tend to not have many meetings. I think today I had 2 meetings today. But Mondays and Tuesdays, I had no meetings. Tomorrow, I think I have 1 meeting, and then Friday, no meetings. It's kind of nice. We don't even have, like, you know how at a lot of tech companies, you have, like, daily stand-up meetings where people just spend, like, 15 minutes talking over what they do? We don't even have that. It's just over Slack, which is really nice, because, like, the issue with those daily meetings, although they are only 15 minutes long, you spend so much time like before and after the meeting. Like if a meeting is 15 minutes, the 15 minutes before the meeting and the 15 minutes after the meeting kind of like are wasted. Because like you gotta transition your focus from whatever you were doing to focus on the meeting. And it sucks. Let's see, 4:30 a.m. You've had coworkers that started drinking at 4:30 a.m. That sounds like alcoholism. What are they doing? So I will gladly do work when there is work to be done. So often you could be working a ton and get caught catching your breath or talking for a minute and then get chewed out for it. Yeah, I guess it depends on what, like the type of work you do. I think in tech companies, there's a lot less of that. Because like a lot of tech companies, they have like ping pong tables like in the office, and it's like totally normal to see someone like just playing ping pong instead of like actually working. I think the first place I worked at, they had a ping pong table, and there were some people that were like always playing ping pong. If you want to like ask them a question about a ticket or something, you're like, oh, they're not at their desk. And they're definitely at the ping pong table. Let's see, Michael said, my supervisor is very good at shouting at my boss if he makes stuff take too long. That's good at least. Someone has to be like in charge of being like, this meeting is going on for way too long. The folks operating heavy equipment were... They were the folks the operating heavy equipment warning labels are for. Man. Drinking at 4:30 a.m. What are they even doing? What is this? Compile... I've seen this one. Classic software thing. They're compiling their code. So my supervisor says a stand-up is a waste of time if you're spending too much time explaining what you're doing instead of actually doing it. Yeah. There's a lot of meetings just to have meetings. And I feel like a lot of people feel like it's... Like, since things are remote, some people feel like they need to have more meetings. Just, like, to make sure people are on track. The annoying part is that I think the company that I was laid off from, before my current company, we had daily meetings on Zoom. Like, those sort of stand-up meetings that are 50 minutes long. But then, like, we would do those, and then we would also have, like, text stand-ups. So like we would have a meeting, and then like after the meeting, we would just type out what we just said in the meeting. And it's kind of like, what's the point of having the meeting then? I understand if you have like a meeting to clarify something, like what if you type something in the chat? You could have that 15 minutes to ask about it. But we were just like reiterating the same things. And that felt just very unnecessary. I don't know. Just way too many meetings. But I think also the issue with the other company was that it was remote only, but it was very distributed. So like, although the company I work at right now is most people are remote, most people are East Coast, most people are in New York. But the other company was like, we had people in California, we had people in New York, we had a bunch of people in Europe. And so like the people from Europe, their schedule would pretty much never align with the people that were working in California. So like I feel like those meetings for them kind of were necessary because you don't have that much time to actually talk to them. But I don't know, it was a bit excessive. How did we get on this topic? I don't even know. You gotta have a meeting about this meeting. We have an American in our team, but he's a literal night owl. He has the same schedule as us. Is that paperbag_channel? I think there were some times when, like, at one of the... I think the first company I worked at, there was someone who, like, who used to live in New York, and then he moved to Japan, but he still worked on, like, a New York schedule. So, like, he was in a similar situation. He would just wake up, work at, like, really weird hours. I couldn't imagine doing that. I feel like it must be so messed up. I would not be able to function in society. If I had to work from, like, 2 a.m. to, like, 10 a.m., that'd be weird. Some streamers do that. Some streamers like intentionally mess up their schedule. They stream late at night. I think one of the streamers that I was watching, she's Australian and she streams at like midnight to 5 a.m. her time. And she was like on vacation recently. And she had like a normal sleep schedule on vacation. She was like go to bed at like 11 p.m. or something. And then she came back and she was like, oh, I can't, it's so late at night. If I could work any given time without relying on coworkers and meetings, I'd probably work similarly. You would work from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m.? I don't know. You have? Yeah, that's messed up. Is that messed up? Then, like, when would you sleep? Would you sleep from, like, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m.? Waking up at 2 a.m. to watch the good anime? That's too late. Actually, I think Toaster Koishi does that, right? The company he works at is like a Japanese company. Or like they have a lot of their workers in Japan. And although he is in California, he wakes up at weird hours for his meetings. Interesting. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't wake up at night really late at 2 a.m. I have a lot of freedom with what I'm doing currently. I usually end up working double multiple times a week, and they're doing not a lot for the rest of the week. Yeah, like it always depends on what the job is. I guess like in some cases it makes sense. But not for me. See, I think last week or so, I was sick and didn't get any sleep. Tried sleeping at 1 a.m. but couldn't. Worked from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. and then slept. That's so late. I could not imagine doing that. Like nowadays, nowadays I don't even look at my phone at like 1 a.m. I used to have this thing where like if I couldn't sleep, I would just scroll on my phone. But now I don't. I think that's a good skill to have, to resist the urge to scroll on your phone late at night. Let's see this, but I started working at 8 a.m. and finished up at 14 and went to bed. You go to bed at 2 p.m.? That's so early. I have a lot of freedom, but I feel it's too loose. Then time management is hard without proper motivation. I think I was watching, like, ChocoJax, I think she mentioned that yesterday on her stream. Because, like, since she's, like, a freelance artist, she can, like, choose her own hours. And, like, a lot of times she's like, why would I wake up now when I could just wake up later and do the and then work later? That's the difficulty. When you have too much freedom with your job, that you just choose to wake up really late, stay up late. That is how you train your brain to not want to sleep in bed. Oh yeah, to just browse your phone is also true. Let's see, I know that in my case, my boss would ask me to take the day off instead. And I feel like as long as I'm still able to use a PC, I can still work. Guess that is one way to think about it. That's good that your boss is like that, though. I think, at the company I work at, I think someone was, like, checking the stats dashboard on a weekend, and he was, like, restarting services because they were having issues. And then the manager was like, you shouldn't be checking dashboards on a Saturday. What are you doing? I think it's good when your manager tells you not to work. It was after a sleepless night. I took a bath at 6 a.m. Went, well, can't sleep. Why the F not? To work. 6 a.m. See, if I didn't have morning standings, I would never wake up before lunchtime. I always feel bad when I wake up after noon, though. Right? Even on weekends when I can sleep in. I think nowadays I tend to wake up at like 10:30 a.m. Actually, nowadays, I feel like I always wake up... My body always wakes up at 9:30 a.m. Even on weekends. I'm one of the people that doesn't really need an alarm. Because I just... Somehow my body just knows to wake up like at 9:25. Every day, even on weekends. But then on weekends I wake up and then I'm like, it's still early. And then I can go back to sleep. I think it's kind of interesting. There are benefits to full-time jobs aside from the pay. What sort of benefits are you mentioning? The regularity of schedule? That's one of them. That's a good thing. Structure, yeah. This same thing could be said for prison. I think prison, you get like a regimented schedule. They tell you what to do. You always eat food at the same time. Have you considered prison? See, my supervisor and boss often also question when I work at 10 to 11 p.m. or 1 to 2 a.m. or on weekends. It makes sense, you know? You don't want people to be burnt out. It's also an issue for like streamers that stream full-time. Right? They can stream at their own hours. And they just stream really late at night. Structure. No matter how tired I am, if I wake up after 13, I get massive headaches in the days. Yeah, right? You wake up afternoon, it's like, I feel you've wasted so much of the day. Also, I do like when I wake up early. It is kind of annoying, like when you wake up early and can't go back to sleep. But in some ways, I do actually like it. Because, like, I would not normally be up at this time. And then I feel like I have so much more time in the day. Right? Isn't that cool? You're like, if you normally wake up at 9:30, and you wake up at 7:30 instead, then you pretty much have 2 extra hours to do anything. It's free real estate. Also, welcome, Markler. Have you considered crime? No, not crime, just prison. See, a lot of the time, the reason why I do it is because I take the break sometimes during the week instead, so maybe I don't work at all on Monday, then I work on a Saturday instead because I'd feel more motivated to. I guess. Guess it's valid. If you ration your time. There are some times that I do feel like working on a... like, if I'm working on an interesting project at work, there are some times when, like, it'll be the end of the day on a Friday, and I still have stuff that I want to code, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had work tomorrow, because this thing is actually interesting. And then, like, if I don't work on it, then Monday comes around and I lose my train of thought, and I have to, like, reacquaint myself with what I was doing on Friday. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. How do you get to prison without crime? No, you don't have to commit a crime, you just have to be convicted of a crime. There's many people that are in prison that have not committed a crime. But that's besides the point. I was just talking about the structure. The structure of schedules. Things. Actually, there's an Onion video about it. Remember when the Onion used to make good videos? They had this one of like an autistic reporter or something, and he was reporting on prison, and then they were like describing the regimented schedule. Hold on. The Onion YouTube. Was it autistic reporter prison? Autistic reporter Michael Falk, enchanted by prison's rigid routine. Classic video. Yeah, oh, you remember his name. Man, remember, they used to make such good videos. What happened? Exactly, that's why sometimes I work a lot more on specific days, or work on days where most people take off. Yeah, it makes sense. Alright, have a good rest of your day, Tengu. Messed up for real, for real. Go to a random courtroom and shout that it was you all along. They could arrest you for something. They lost their budget. What is? I feel like I definitely unfollowed the Onion on YouTube, cause like they started just doing like React content. Well, not React content, but like I don't know what it's called. They're still making videos, huh? They started doing those things where they just like narrate their stories, their articles or whatever. No, I think College Humor was the one that started doing like try not to laugh challenges instead of like actual good content. The Onion video of Paranoia, which one was that? It was good content. Things have changed. They will never be able to do the Future Report video on the last Palestinian and the last Israel. Oh yeah, I remember. Actually, I do remember that video. But now, it is different times now. You cannot exactly talk about such things without the controversy. What was the most recent good Onion video, though? Because I feel like I never see anyone talk about any of these. Are these even good? Is this even good content? The Scream mask. Smosh did that. I never actually watched Smosh. I don't really know what they're known for. When they talk about how the government is trying to help paranoid citizens by putting cameras everywhere to make sure they're well. They had a lot of good bits. The talk show segment. Yeah, I like the what was it called? Jim Garrity or whatever his name was. The guy who did Porking Across America. That was good. We're missing out on such good content. I wonder if this guy is doing anything nowadays. Who's this dude? John Cariani? This is a Tony Award nominated actor. He was on Law and Order? I don't remember this. Didn't even recognize him. That's him. Best known as the forensics expert. Interesting. Is the government spying on schizophrenics? Wait, I remember that title, yeah. They interviewed a guy who studied anteaters trying to make it interesting, but he was like, yeah, actually these guys suck. Everybody's, oh yeah, that one. I remember that one. A lot of good content that we will never see again because they do not make good content anymore. Good times. 15 years ago. Actually, The Onion, they had physical newspapers in New York. I remember when I was in college, there would be those newsstands that would have, it wasn't a newsstand, it was just like one of those places where you could just take a newspaper. And every week they would have a new edition of The Onion. So I had many like physical actual newspapers of The Onion. And like on the train ride home, I would just read the articles. It's funny. Those were nice times. Oh, where? Over there. Literally over there. And now look at us. We're out here on the lake. Not even fishing because the fishing rod is glitched. We're gonna have to wait until next week to actually catch any fish. Anything else going on? I talked about how I went through all of the sleep casts on the Headspace app. And the only ones remaining are the Star Wars sponsored ones. And I remember last time I was like, I don't really want to try listening to those. It's kind of stupid. And since I had nothing else to listen to, one day this past week, I did try listening to one of the Star Wars sleepcasts, and I gave up after a minute. It was something like, oh yeah, it's like a sandy planet. It's very quiet, and then they started getting to like, oh, this is where the rebels go to hide from the Imperial government. And I'm just like, this is stupid. So I listened to something else. A sleepcast. It's like story time. They tell you a story. It's like calming and relaxing. Like imagine if there was one of these, right? There's like, oh, you're on a lake. The fish. I don't know. How do they narrate this? You're on a lake. The water is very pleasant today. And they have like ambient sounds. Like imagine the sound of this lake. And they're like, the fish are very excited today. You can look out into the landscape and see beautiful trees. The trees, they're rustling in the wind or whatever. But imagine that, but for Star Wars. Okay, it's like the X-Wing flies over the sand dune planet. And below there are the Imperials waiting to, I don't know, whatever. It was too much for me. It's kind of stupid. A lot of Onion news are just edgy or political, but Ninja Parade, I remember that one. That was a good one. They got a lot of good actors on The Onion. They're good at pretending that what they're saying is real. Or Wookiee ASMR. It's not actually ASMR, but it is ASMR adjacent. Me as someone who can't stand ASMR. I do like Sleepcast though. Wolfie is sitting there. He's talking about something. It's probably nice. Maybe he'll see a bear. Yeah. The sounds of the waterfall. The bear. There are bears out there. There's a fisherman on the lake. He's too far away for you to really see what he's doing. But he seems to be eating a sandwich. A little closer. Could it be a ham sandwich? Perhaps a turkey sandwich? Maybe there's some mayonnaise in it. You can't help but wonder what it is. That's pretty much it. But it was cool. So I've just been listening to like the same ones over and over. Anyway, it's nighttime now. Check it out, y'all. It's nighttime. Wow. How are y'all doing? You all having a good Wednesday? Out there. Whatever it is you're doing. I think ever since Hamflow added the guys counter on his stream, I've been more conscious of like when I say the word guys. And I have noticed that I've been so conscious of it that I think in one stream I never said it. In my brain. Every time I think, I just say like, hey all. Like, hey everyone. Or just hey. I don't even have the counter. Do not even say it. I also notice when other people say it now. Not eventful, been looking at static site blog generators. Rust one. There are a few Rust ones. There's one called Terra. There's one called... I forget the other one. You consciously avoid it. Yeah, use a more gender-neutral word. Astro. Disguise. Disgaea? Zola? That sounds familiar. I don't know. I have no need for it. Blogging. Have you ever blogged before? Anyone out here used to have a blog? I used to have a blog. Those were the days. You did. Wait, we talked about this. You were here the last time we talked about this. Everyone was here. You all were here. We were talking about screenshots. There's me talking about the same. You were here. Yes, Michael, you were here. You were talking about how you took screenshots and then you went through like your old screenshots. We talked about some of them. I do and I never use it. The blog. You should keep a blog. LiveJournal. Zanga. Those were some websites. I still get emails from LiveJournal. Since I had a LiveJournal account, I get emails from them like every year saying like, "Hey, it's your friend's birthday on LiveJournal. Why don't you log into LiveJournal and wish them a happy birthday?" And I don't, because I have not talked to them in years. I don't even know what they're doing nowadays. Your oldest screenshot. You only get better at writing by writing. What about if you just think? Get better at writing by thinking, imagining if you were writing. Until you reach the point where you start to get better at writing by reading other people's stuff. Get better at writing by not writing. By imagining things. Photobucket, I remember Photobucket. Is Photobucket not around anymore? We've talked about how generous it is that a lot of websites nowadays just give you like pretty much unlimited free storage. Imager pretty much is free. You could just upload things on Discord for free. Your account has been disabled. That's your oldest screenshot from 2015. Good times. Oh yeah, I remember. No, we were talking about this, and then I was looking through my blog to see what I did on that day. I was like, oh yeah, July 15th, 2015, let me see my blog. And then I was like, oh yeah, I was eating a sandwich. I was working on this thing, yeah, and then journaling. That's blogging. Everything that linked to Photobucket is broken. Yeah, think about all the content out there that's gonna be broken. Like if Twitter ever just dies as a website, we're gonna lose so much information. It's messed up. If the Internet Archive dies, then everything dies. If Wikipedia dies, then everything dies. Sharex. What does get launch in my profile even mean? I don't know. If you log into your old Photobucket account, you can still download all the files, even if they say you can't. I'm surprised they're still around, honestly. That you can download stuff. Yeah, plenty of people have backups of Wikipedia. I think also like a lot of like the big VTubers, everyone's archiving their content. Right, like Pomu's graduating and some people were like afraid that we would lose her VODs. But there's someone out there. They're archiving everything. Every VOD. Every moment. Someone's doing it. Used to use Push. I remember that website. Push? Yeah. They randomly shut down and deleted everything. Yeah. Remember Gyazo? I used to use this screenshotting program called Gyazo. I think they're still around. But I had a lot of screenshots on there. Yeah, it is still around. The software is actually pretty simple. I think I had like a forked version of it. I forget what it was for. But I did it might have been file names. I could name the file. I remember Vine and how 90% of his content disappeared with little note. No, Vine is still out there. You can still watch old Vines. If you go on Vine, content is still there. What is it? Vine.co? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna find this one Vine. There's this one Vine of a Japanese guy saying Steve Jobs. Japanese guy, Steve Jobs Vine, iPad. Yeah, this guy. See, this is on the Vine website. It's still here. It still works. You can still embed Vine content. And I think that's cool. I switched to Gyazo first, but then I wasn't a fan of their site. Yeah, they could just, you know, their stuff could just disappear. If the website stops working. Oh no, I had my own fork of Gyazo to upload it to my own server. I like their automatic snipping tool. It's just like drag a thing and then like it'll get published to their server. I had a fork of it that just, I had my own PHP thing back when I used to still use PHP. And instead of sending the image to Gyazo servers, I sent it to my own. That's what it was for. I do that a lot, save stuff to HDD. Linux file systems, ZFS, Syncthing. I do use Syncthing. Only very popular Vine states. No, you can... I think my Vine account is still up. If you go to like Vine, hold on. How do you like find a user's Vines? Because I think if you go like my Vines had like no views, and they're still available. Yeah, I had Vines back in the day. I had one Vine with 60k plus views I can still see, but none of the other ones I uploaded. I don't know. I don't know how to find it though. How would I even find my old Vine page? It's out there. Really? Yeah, I used it a long time ago. This is before Twitter purchased it and ruined everything. And they closed down the website. You ever think about like if Vine never died, would TikTok still be as popular as it is today? Man, imagine a world 2024 where Vine was still around. That'd be wacky. I don't think TikTok would have existed if Vine was around. Yeah. It's not the same. It's just too different. Every time someone links to a TikTok and it's not re-uploaded to Twitter or YouTube, it's so annoying to watch it, right? You ever go on like a Know Your Meme page where they embed a TikTok and you try to watch the TikTok on the website? It never works. Or like it'll play it once and then it'll show like a billion like, hey, please sign up for the website or something. Yeah, right? It feels like it's broken. And like I'm not gonna have like sign up for an account, right? They made an FX version of TikTok. It's called TikTXK, so you can embed TikToks. Man, it is kind of messed up though that like everyone just puts FX in front of Twitter.com to embed things on Discord. That we're all just like intentionally sending traffic to a website so that they know what we're looking at. Man in the middle. And they could just like remove, they could just arbitrarily put stuff, intercept your content. A malicious user could just do that. They did. I think, yeah, one of the other ones, it was like VX Twitter or something. Or FX Twitter. That's why people use VX now. But like, what's stopping someone from doing that with VX Twitter? What are they doing? I don't know. FX died, then a new FX came out. I just think it's weird that everyone trusts a third-party website. I mean, it is providing value, but also it's weird. Did I know X.com predates the original X company? Which is the original X company? I mean, surely a website that is a single letter and a .com has probably existed as soon as .com existed. Not like there's a reason to trust Discord. Yeah, but like Discord is owned by like a corporation. Whereas like the FX and VX websites are just... I don't even know who owns them. It's just some guy. It was an online bank. John X? Was his name really John X? The real John X? Well, I don't know. What if one day the owner of FX Twitter or VX Twitter just puts malware on their website? And then you click the link, you embed the link, and it's like some sort of virus. Sooner trust an individual who doesn't have the resources to fly out to my house and murder me than I trust a corporation. Okay. And yet you participate in society? I am very smart. Never even thought of it as a data mining site. I guess that's true. Yeah. Like, how do they have the... I guess I don't know. They must receive a lot of traffic, right? Everyone's using it. How are they funded? How do they have the resources for this? Whoops. It probably doesn't take that much resources. Because I'm pretty sure the videos are still actually just on Twitter. Honestly, don't really care. Embed my tweets. Yeah, it's fine. It's part of the reason why I don't like using Better Twitch TV or 7TV or whatever. I just think it's weird that when users of a website just are so dependent on a third-party platform, like a third-party service, when it should be something that's just built into the website, right? Twitter should just work. There's no reason why it doesn't work. They're just stupid. Also, yes, Stanley, I know it's 7 p.m. I'm gonna hydrate. Right now. Immediately. As we speak. Without reading the rest of your comments. Anyone in chat, if you say something, I will not read it until I'm done hydrating. Alright. Potato, did you change your name color? It looks different. It's a shade of green I haven't seen before on this website. Others are Q.com and Z.com. That's why pre-X Twitter had T.co, because they couldn't use T.com. Now, isn't T.co better because it's shorter? Remember before Twitter let you include URLs? Well, you could include URLs on Twitter, but they counted against the character limit. And then they made it... That's why URL shorteners are a thing. And then they changed it so that URLs did not count against your the limit. Those were some times. It's the same logic as using unofficial game patches. Well, I don't even do that. I've never used an unofficial game patch. What emote is this? Is that fire drinking water? Oh, that's maple. Okay, that is a maple leaf. Classic emotes out there. The sound of rain. Society. Twitter. How do people even post on social media? What was the last day you posted on social media? If anything, have you ever posted on social media? There are people out there not even using social media. Welcome, Dopamine. What are they doing? That was me for a long time. For quite some time. Hey, look, we caught a ring. Is Discord social media? No, I think it's a different thing. I would count Discord as a social messaging app. Posting live notifications sucks so badly, it's just depressing. What, you mean like posting a link to Twitch saying yeah, I don't like it. I do not enjoy it. I could post it on Mastodon. I could probably get more. I feel like I would get more people clicking my links on Mastodon than I would on Twitter, to be honest. Because I feel like users on the Fediverse are more likely to actually interact with your content if you're posting on there. You know what? I'll start doing that. Tomorrow's stream, I'll post it on Twitter, but I'll also post it on the other website. Is social media, the blogging part is less common? For Discord? Does Discord have a blogging part? Old instant messaging services. AIM, MSN Messenger. Years ago, it was all arguing with boomers. You mean using social media? That's the last thing you did on social media? Which instance am I on? I'm on 2 instances. What if I post it on Blue Sky? Bluesky.app. I'm on Wolfie.dev. You can, if you want to follow me on here. I'm on here. I'm also on. Actually, oh, look at the emotes. I got my emotes on here. I don't remember the last time I actually posted on here. Yeah, I haven't seen any Firefish updates recently. It is kind of weird. I don't know. It was so promising. Yeah, the rat jam is there. 85% of my views from outside Twitch are from direct/other. We don't even know. Sharkfish? I thought it was Sharky. Is Sharkfish another thing? Is that a fork of a fork? Of a fork? It is? It's the same thing, okay. Say, people make big posts about their lives and show off baby photos for the likes, the same as on Facebook. People are doing that on Discord? I guess servers do have, like, channels where people post, like, IRL stuff. But I never really paid attention to those. It feels kind of weird to me. Didn't people have the thought that maybe Discord was trying to move into actual social media? Like, they had the whole pivot to, like, using usernames, right? Instead of having your username and then, like, a number at the end, it's like everyone has one username. And people were like, are they doing this because they're trying to make a Twitter alternative sort of thing? But we still don't know why they did that. Welcome, Admiral Kobayashi. They could become a blog hoster. Why? I don't know. Does that make sense? I feel like it doesn't really. But I mean, they did start adding like forums and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe. They did forums. Immersion. Immersion for what? The people who made the decisions around Zoom couldn't figure out how to add people on Discord. Wait, I think the people who made decisions around Zoom... Like Zoom, the teleconferencing app for online meetings? You mean like old people don't know how to use Discord to add people on Discord? I don't know. Didn't Discord have a whole thing where they tried to pivot to like be more corporate and less gamer? Whatever happened to that? Is that still a thing? Are they still trying to like compete with Slack for non-gamer users? For non-casual users? Because I vaguely remember seeing like a version of the Discord website, but they removed all the gamer slang. I think that's the worst part about Discord. They're too gamer. Okay, their loading screens, their messages, just get rid of that. I don't mind actual friend codes, but Discord tag sucks. I thought it was good. You could have the username you wanted. Because now I can't be Wolfie. I have to be like a Wolfie with 3 E's. Can't even be Wolfington because someone took that. I could have been Wolfie #1 2 3 4 5 or whatever. I guess there were 4 numbers. Unless you had a name that was very common. In which case, if there's more than 9,999, you couldn't be it. Dinner time. Good evening. Have a good evening to you. Doesn't matter since you can now define a display name. It matters to me. It's like saying your Twitter name doesn't matter. It does matter. Because that's how people find you. My one friend has the original of his name, so all the other ones keep trying to add him. Yeah, I remember when that first came out. A lot of people were being messaged by people that had the same name. I wonder who the heck would take Wolfington, though? Like, Wolfie I can understand. There's other Wolfies out there. Wolfington, like, I'm the only one that uses that name. Someone specifically took it to spite me. And I think that's messed up. The internet is a messed up place. I don't know. Well, now I'm Wolfie with the 3 E's. And I think that's bad. But then again, I guess it's fine because I never add people on Discord. I don't tend to use Discord for, like, actually talking to people. So I never have to be like, hey, you should add me on Discord. It just doesn't happen. I'm just out there. Posting emotes sometimes. I'm just out there posting non-animated emotes because I don't have Twitch Turbo. Sorry, not Twitch Turbo. Discord Nitro. I do have Twitch Turbo. Do you all pay for Discord Nitro? Do you think it's worth it? I don't think it is. I think some people can't live without their emotes, though. I never rebrand outside of Yuko. At least I feel afraid of trying. You never know. I pay for the small Nitro, it's worth it because I aggressively spam emotes. I think most of the emotes that I use, it's fine because I have it connected with Twitch. And since I'm subscribed on Twitch, I can just use the non-animated one. And people still understand what I mean, though. Emotes are nice. I think it is cool that they added a cheaper tier, though. Right? Isn't that one's like $2.99 a month, right? Instead of $5 or $6 or whatever. I mean, I don't use it, but I'm more inclined to use it than the $5 one. I do hate Discord monetization. It sucks people have to pay monthly to upgrade servers. Oh yeah, the server boosting thing is kind of weird to me. Does it even go to the servers? But they could get sticker slots or whatever, right? You're like, whoa, they could get stickers. Whoa, what the? That's something. That's a thing you can do. Yeah, exactly. Paper Mario Sticker Star. What's Mario even doing? Anyway, I don't know. We were gonna read the news, right? Haven't even started reading the news today. That's where all the interest dies off in the stream. That's when I read the news, and I'll be like, "Hey, you all see this? See this article about rats? Wow, small is better. Emotes are better than stickers. I think so as well." VTuber. There is no new VTuber news. None of it. Oh wait, no, there is new VTuber. Poe was graduating. We're the rats. VTubers. News. Yeah, have a good dinner. Probably use my line stickers the most of any sticker set. Thank you. They're usable. If I don't use line anymore, but if I did, I would be using my sticker set a lot as well. But hey, if you're on the Wolfie Discord, some of those line stickers are on there. You can then use them on Discord. However many the Discord slots that I have for stickers. They are there, for real. Hey, this could be you right now. You could post the keyboard typing one. You could post the money emote. Post the other emote. There's so many. Anyway, what else is going? Yo, stocks are up 0.57%. Can you believe it? Nothing else interesting is going on. I use Line because they're the only ones that claim encrypted conversations. Yeah. Line is kind of inconvenient to use when you switch devices, though. There's this weird thing where, like, if you switch to a new phone, and you don't have access to the old one, you lose all your chat history. I think when my last time my Android phone died, I lost all my chat history because I could not transfer it from my old phone. WhatsApp and Signal. Yeah, but do they have the cool line stickers? Can you buy Wolfie line stickers on WhatsApp and Signal? You probably can. Someone probably has uploaded them. I don't trust that Discord isn't listening on stuff. Yeah, they could be listening on all... Wait, wasn't there a new thing where, like, you can clip conversations on Discord now? I saw a tweet that was like, hey everyone, just so you know, make sure you toggle this setting off because it's on by default. It'll allow anyone in a voice call to clip your things you say in voice chat. And you're like, what? I do not really use Discord for voice chat though. But that is surprising. Can I buy Wolfie iMessage stickers? No. I don't think I know anyone that uses iMessage. Like, most people that I know are probably just on Discord now. Maybe Line. Twitter. Default your voice is recorded. Yeah, what are they doing out there? They could send... Wait, didn't they have also a thing where they were, like, recording stuff for law enforcement? The same setting is what allows them to legally record and transcribe your audio using AI. Yeah. Actually, when I was, last time I got laid off from a company, I was looking around for, like, places to apply to. There were, like, a lot of companies that were doing, like, Zoom related things where, like, you invite a bot into your Zoom call and then it, like, listens to all of your audio and, like, does, like, AI stuff with it. Like, I didn't apply to any of those, but there were a lot of companies that were doing that. Yeah, and I think it's kind of just like, oh, we now have access to all of your recorded Zoom data, and we're just using it for to summarize your meetings. Yeah, definitely. We're not doing anything else with it. We're not selling this to advertisers or anything. But there probably are companies that do that for Discord. Probably is a Discord bot somewhere that you could invite into your voice chat, and it will record all your messages, send them to advertisers. iMessage is family and normies. I feel like most people in my family don't even have an iPhone. Maybe like only 1 or 2 people actually have an iPhone. And also, I don't know normies. So, that's a thing. Oh yeah, I think there was a thing recently where someone, like, had an Android app that could communicate with iMessage. And then Apple, like, did a thing where they took the app down. But me, as someone who never uses, like, iMessage or, like, SMS to talk to people, I think there was, like, a whole thing where iOS users who use iMessage really dislike Android users. There's all this, like, peer pressure in their friend group to get Android users to stop using Android. That's a whole thing, right? To, like, check it. This guy's message bubble is green. That's messed up. Why isn't their message bubble blue? We just don't know. Remember the OnePlus debacle? No, what was that? What happened with OnePlus? They forced OnePlus messages to green? does that mean? Aren't they green by default? Because it's Android? Grebe? Blue? To blue? How did they do that? Yeah, green, but it's a derogatory term. Is that a slur? They're using slurs against Android users. I mean, I am now an iOS user, but I still appreciate Android. They use a third party to do the conversion and breach security. Expose passwords. I see. I think the app that I'm talking about on Android does that as well. I think, like, iMessage has, like, some sort of secure signing, and it requires your Apple or, like, an iTunes account or something. And to use the website, you have to, like, sign in with an account. Yeah, iOS devices are blue. It's true. I don't know. I've never communicated with people over SMS. It's been a long time since I've done that. There's already RCS. I remember seeing some videos about that, but did not really affect me. Yeah, iOS messages are blue. People should just use what they like and not be worried about it. I think iOS users don't like using iMessage with with Android users because I think it misses some functionality, right? Like, you can't react to messages. Or I think the thing is, like, if an iOS user reacts to a message sent by an Android user, the Android user would just see a message from the iOS user that's like, user has hearted your tweet, or not tweet, your message or whatever. And I think as soon as an Android user is added to an iMessage group, I think there's like functionality that doesn't work. Something like that, but you know, it's iOS, it's Apple doing it. Because they want to alienate the Android users. Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. Reactions and stickers. Really says a lot about society. They're just out there doing things. Like user has, yeah. User liked your message. User has thumbs up your message. Android is the only platform that censors your password. Everyone type your password in Twitch chat. Is that Hunter2? Is your password Hunter2? If you've heard me say Hunter2, it's because it's your password. It's pretty good. You don't need to worry about data breaches. Does Android actually censor your password though? Does it really? What's your favorite password? You should be using password managers, everyone. If you are not using a password manager in 2024, what are you even doing? Out there remembering more than one password. You can custom make iOS stickers. I found if you try to put a sticker in a tweet, it posts it as a transparent PNG. Yeah, that's how it works. Google Keyboard. You got a password manager in the... No, you gotta remember Are they even secure though? Not using a password manager in 2024? That's absurd. You can combine emojis in Android? Can't you do that in others? Oh, you mean that thing, the Emoji Studio or whatever? You can do that on Google. It's available on Google now. Is it called Emoji Studio? Emoji Kitchen? Yeah, you could just do this on Google. You could randomize. I think one of the people that worked on this is a VTuber fan. And they follow me on Twitter. I reset my passwords multiple times a month because I keep forgetting. That's why you should use a password manager. It's that easy. Just remember one really long password. And then you have access to all of your other passwords that are randomly generated. Rotating passwords once a week is good practice. Is it though? If you just have a really long password. It's randomly generated. It's too much effort, you know? Yeah, is it though? Welcome props, not Jack. Just have the same password. Yeah, that one. I can't see the thing you typed. It shows up as asterisks to me. I know you can see it on the screen, however, you're only seeing this because it's your password and you can see it. But to me, it shows up with asterisks. You ever think asterisks is a weird word? It's the SKS at the end. Asterisks. Strange word. But they got birds up there? Check it out, birds. You've seen these birds? They're glowing in the dark for some reason. Risks. It's like when there's a cat and you want to like get the cat over, you just say psst. Psst, psst, psst. Risks. Risk assessment. Birds. Birds are pretty cool. But now they're gone. They're not even out there anymore. We have not caught a fish in the past hour and a half. Because it's bugged. Because the fishing rod is bugged. Great start to the year, huh? Not catching fish. Other bad things that happened throughout the year. At least 2 such bad things. Possibly more. Skill issue. Haven't gotten a fish all year. No, I have. Welcome, Lovekey. This is the first fish we caught this year. It's still here. And this is another one. It is clipping through the whatever this thing is called. What will we have for dinner? You don't eat the fish in this game. Here, there's salmon. You can have some salmon. You could have some a sandwich. Welcome, Loba Kyo. Hello to you. Here, you want this sandwich? You want this sandwich? Too bad, I've consumed it. The crunching sound, that's real. Okay, it didn't come from the game. I was actually eating a sandwich in real life. That's what it sounds like. That's a really crunchy sandwich. Like, what's in this sandwich? There's cheese, there's like tomato, lettuce, some kind of ham, perhaps. Sandwiches are normally not that crunchy. Got a stone. It's the lettuce? Oh yeah, that is true. Lettuce does crunch. Quite a bit. It's a stone. Wow. You can skip the stone several times. It's burnt. Toasted sandwich. Haven't seen Hamflo since you started eating that sandwich. No, it's fine. He's got to start his stream soon. In like half an hour. Or 20 minutes. Or whatever. I've eaten 3 entire sandwiches today. Here, we get a drink as well. See, this is the sound of sipping. Make sure you recycle the can. Get 25 cents back. Anyway, that's pretty much it. ASMR? No. It's not even real. It's in the game. Oh no! See, that you lose money for that. For polluting the river. That's how you recycle. Yeah, you put the thing into the fish cooler. You close the lid, and it's there. Can't believe that I threw a can into the lake. Web front enders are built diff. They sure are. I do not enjoy doing it, and I don't understand how they do. But they could. You could do it. What else is there? What else is going on? Any cool news? Let's do the crossword. Crossword mini. Did you do this mini crossword puzzle? Vehicles queued up at an airport. Taxi. 5. Let's happen. I don't know. Fossil fuel lobby informally. I don't know. Stylish and attractive. I don't know. This one seems hard. 2. Pond scum. Algae. 3. Alcohol. Surely. Slangily. What is the term for alcohol that starts with X? I don't know. 4 down. Grammy award-winning rap producer. Something beats. I don't know. 5 down. Muscles exercised by crunches. Abs. 6 stealthy. I don't know. 5 across. Let's happen. 7 across. Fossil fuel lobby. Stylish and attractive. Man, oh man. This one's hard. I don't understand. Ology. Have you ever used diff? I have. I've used it many times. Did I like close the app? What's happening? Am I still here? I accidentally triggered something on my headset and it was no longer in the game. Big oil. Sorry, my game is paused. Confused by which is plus and which is minus. Minus is when you remove something. Plus is when you add something. Okay, what are these? I don't even know. Alcohol. Is this even right? I don't use split view. What's happening? Diff is not built into Windows. Split view, what? Grammy award-winning rap producer. I don't know this one. This one's hard. Stylish and attractive? Starts with S. Cars instead of taxi? Oh, you're right. It could be. But then what is alcohol? A slang for alcohol that starts with R? And is 5 letters? I messed up. Windows. Split view. You could just use Vimdiff. I use Vimdiff. Booze? Cabs? Cabs! Booze! Oh shoot, you're right, cabs. Cabs, an alternative to taxi. Okay. 5 across, let's happen. Allows. 7 across. Fossil fuel lobby. Oh, big, right, big oil. That's what you meant, okay. Okay, 1 down. Tightly hold on to. Cling. Maybe. 8 across. Stylish and snazzy? Is that a term? Man, oh man, jeez. Okay. 3 minutes? That's pretty bad. 3 minutes and 38. Jeez, snazzy. Swizz? Swizz beats? Yeah, Vimdiff. Use Vimdiff. And Vim-D. You can just type Vimdiff. There's an actual, it's actually just called Vimdiff. Or NVimdiff or whatever. You can also just type view for, oh, that's something else. Anyway, that's the crossword. That took way too long. Did you all know that, Quordle is actually owned by, look, this zip code's not even right. You know, Quordle is actually owned by Merriam-Webster? I did not know that. I only know when Northern Lion played it on his stream and he's like, oh yeah, Merriam-Webster owns this. You do know. Okay, play connections? Sure. I know how to play. Okay, how are these words connected? Well, yeah, poker, chips, dice, cards, things that are present at a casino. That's not even it. Chips, maybe not chips. Cards, poker, dice, chips, cards, chips, slice. You're doing connections right now. Poker. Is this not it? Poker, dice, cards. Chips. Poker, dice, cards. Slots. No, wait. What the frick? Slots and chips. Cards? Is cards something else? What? How am I you know what? Okay, we're gonna lose immediately. Poker, dice, cards, slots? Poker, dice. I tried that, right? That's one of the things I tried. Is that not it? That's not even it. Why is that not it? Well, okay, fine. If not that, things you do to cheese. Crumble, grate, slice, and shred? But you also melt cheese. What? That's not... I lost. I didn't get any of them. They just tell you the answer? They don't let you just guess? Okay. Cheese was the death of me. Man. Poker? Oh, poker, like... Okay. The fireplace poker. Things seen at a casino. Like, chips are also... okay, chips is there. Poker would be there. I guess poker is like a game. These are just, like, physical things. I did think of ways to prepare cheese, though. Like, you can grate cheese. It's weird that it's not there. Melt, shred, slice, crumble, melt. Alright, whatever. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for today's stream. Let's see what day it is. Let's send a raid somewhere. Houseplant Appreciation Day. League of Nations Day. Yo, it's League Day. Bittersweet Chocolate Day. National Oysters Rockefeller Day. Save the Eagles Day. Shareholders. Yo, we were talking about shareholders with Twitch. National Take the Stairs Day. Peculiar People Day. A bunch of people's birthdays. Okay, as for what would make a good raid message, I think House Plant Appreciation Day. Raid. Alright, who's out there streaming on Twitch? You could watch Chocojack's stream, she's doing art redeems. You could watch other people stream. Look at all these people that are on my list of people that I'm following. They're streaming. But who will I raid? Well. What about... What is this retro? Let's raid Fang. What's she doing? Retro. Anyone else? Alright, let's raid Fang Goo. Thanks for watching. I saw spell cards on connection and instantly thought Touhou. Touhou. Yeah, there's that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Dark Souls 3. That's when I'll beat Midir, the dragon. And then I'll fight Nameless King. Assuming I can beat Midir tomorrow. I did watch a video. It did tell me what attacks to look out for. But yeah, then we got Friday, we got Picross. Saturday, art stream. I might do something like at 3 PM before that. Perhaps, maybe. But that's the week. That's the week. There's your raid message. Houseplant Appreciation Day raid. And that's it. That's all I got for today. I'm just gonna... You get to watch me sit here. You know, on these raids, you get to see me look at my screen. It's going. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.